self-driving part 2. We'll engage it in just a second here. Navigate home. All right, so we're telling it where we want to go, and now we're going to turn on full self-driving. So let's see what we get. Okay, it's turning here. This is the way that it brought us in, so fine, but I don't think you can turn left here. I think this was a mistake. Oh, I guess it doesn't know to go through the shopping mall, which I guess kind of makes sense because I'm not sure that Google Maps would route us through there either, because it's through a parking lot of a shopping plaza, so I think it's doing a turnaround and it's going to go to a main road here, so let's see what happens. I think it'll turn right here. Yep. Didn't put the blinker on, and there's two guys on the bike here. Let's see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't freak out. Okay, put the blinker on. Doing its thing. There we go. Yeah, it's sticking to the main roads. That's all it's doing, no big deal. So that's actually interesting that it did that. That's cool. Not a big deal. Again, for its pathfinding, it's using a combination of Google Maps for your main decisions, but then dynamically, if it hits a scenario where it's like Google Maps doesn't know about, then I believe it uses their AI bot to figure out what it should do, and if it doesn't know what to do, it'll tell you to take over. But so far, it's done a pretty good job. So it's going to turn up here. It put on the blinker for a second, then it changed its mind. Let's see if it turns here. Okay. I wonder which way it's going to take, because all of you who live in Prince George know they changed this road up here, so you can't get out to Highway 97 by going straight. You have to go under the bridge and loop around. Let's see if it knows to do that, or you can go through sort of downtown, or you have to go out back this way, which then if it was going to do that, I would have taken Ospika back there, but let's see what happens. So far, so good. In hot. Really took that corner pretty fast and went pretty close to the corner. I didn't like that, I will admit it. Maybe I'll put the max speed down to just 60 then, or maybe 59 for now until we get onto the main highway. Didn't use the blinker. Okay, it did kind of late. Still picked the right lane, that's good. The correct lane, that is. Yeah, we don't want to turn right here. We want to go under the bridge. And we can either go straight or turn right here. I wonder which way it's going to go. Looks like it's going to go... Okay, it's rerouting. Couldn't go there because of some kind of construction, or couldn't merge in, which could happen in real life. That car was kind of blocking the lane, plus the lane was closed by that sign. Interesting. So it's rerouted automatically. I'll have to go back and look at the video to see if that merge lane was really closed, or if that sign was for the people coming down the merge lane. Not clear to me if we could go up, but that white car was blocking the lane, so I don't think we could get in anyway. So far so good. Coming up to a red light. All right, it's gonna go out to Highway 97 this way. Fair enough. I had to take over there because unfortunately it was confused. We'll put it right back in. So that was the first intervention I had to do. Seemed to have, for some reason, it seemed to have been confused. It should have just turned left there. That truck was far back enough, and it hesitated, and when it hesitated, kind of made it dangerous. I'm not sure if it was going to turn, but I wasn't going to take the risk, so. Looks like it's going to go straight here. You can see people there crossing the road, popping on the other side of that car. Kind of cool 3D view. Flashing red with a stop sign. Sees it right there. Four-way stop. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's going on its own. I didn't tell it to go. It picked when to go at a four-way stop. That was impressive, I have to admit. I mean, those are split decisions, and you have to know who got where first, and you have to keep that memory while you're waiting. You have to know who was where, and you have to also watch if someone advances ahead of you. So there's a lot going on at that intersection. That was impressive. We're going to turn left. Yeah. Okay, it's going to take highway. It could have went straight, but it's going to go left here. Let's see if it does this properly. That guy's going straight through a left-hand turn lane. Okay. Kind of got confused for a second there, and then it proceeded. So that was interesting. Not sure what you guys think about that, but leave your comments down below what you think about that left-hand turn lane. Now it's going to the right-hand lane, because up here we're gonna turn right at the, not this lights, but the next set of lights, so that we can head home. It's definitely not perfect, but pretty good. Pretty good, I have to say. I mean, you still need to pay attention, like it says when you sign up for the beta, but it should be turning right here. Yeah, okay, good. I didn't do anything, it chose to do that, so that's great. I mean, this is awesome. Okay, we'll jack up the speed a bit because this is a bit faster now. Is it gonna merge? Yeah, okay. Just kind of waited to the very last second to merge. Not sure that I would want to do that if I was driving, but whatever. So far though, this is very impressive. At this point in time, like I said before, I don't regret buying full self-driving. I feel that where it's at now, this is spectacular. It's really doing a good job. No, this isn't, you know, full autonomy, robo-taxi worthy yet, but it's pretty far. This is pretty advanced driving. I've never seen any other vehicle ever do these kinds of decisions like this, ad hoc decisions, so well. It really seems to be doing a great job. Oh look, there's a rainbow. Just like this rainbow. Max charge rate. There we go. Before I forget. Okay, for whatever reason, again, I need to configure this to stay in the right-hand lane. I don't want it in the left-hand lane, but I have to configure it, and I keep forgetting to do that. I'll do that when I get home. This is pretty good, though. Pretty impressive. Okay, we got a guy riding a bike up here in the bike lane, so it sees him up there. Hopefully it doesn't freak out or anything. All good. Wants me to keep my hand on the wheel. That's good for safety because this is beta software, but as you can see, it's pretty capable, to say the least. It's not perfect, and that's just it. It has to be perfect or more perfect than a human being in its decision making before I think governments are going to allow this to replace human drivers. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to get in the left-hand lane here just because it's wide open, and we'll see if full self-driving, what it does off the red light. I am really impressed. Here we go. Perfect. It's a lot more confident than the previous full self-driving, I will admit. It accelerates, at a comfortable speed. It's much more like a human driver now, I must admit. I doubt most people on the road here even know that it's not me that's driving. That's how good it is. Higher and see if this will pass that truck in front of me. What's it gonna do? Oh man, should have switched lanes. Whatever. If that were a human would have put on the blinker when the left-hand lane and passed him. So, but maybe because I forced it to go into the right-hand lane earlier when I put the blinker on, maybe it thinks that I want to stay here. So who knows? You guys think so far? Pretty smooth drive. I could handle this. This is awesome. Sees that truck on the right hand side. It started to slow down in case that guy was going to pull out in front of us. Oh, it's going back to the left. I'll just let it do its thing. Now up here on the top of the hill, it's going to have to go back to the right hand lane and then turn right, so see what happens. I feel though it keeps the lane much better than the previous version of the software. The previous version absolutely had to have painted road lines, and now it doesn't. Obviously it helps, but it seems much more confident, much more capable. I see a future with full self-driving, a bright future. I really didn't believe in it before, but I feel that this has changed my mind. Again, it's not perfect. Okay, it's going to have to turn right here. Let's see what happens. Coming in hot. Okay, that's pretty good. Didn't put the blinker on, but whatever. Just kind of merged. And then, it's not bad. This time it took this corner a little bit better than last time. And turned pretty fast. Pretty cool. Okay, let's put that max speed down now. Maybe 55. Speed limit's 50 here. I don't know why it's saying 40, but whatever. Very impressed. Overall, very impressed. I think we had one disengagement back there when it was supposed to be turning left at one point, but it got confused because there was a truck coming at us straight from a left-hand turn lane, which was illegal. But other than that, no other interventions from what I remember. No lines here. It's holding my lane. It's doing just fine. It's doing everything nicely. And I'll call that success.